Hello students and welcome to this video lecture series on chapter cams. In today's lecture we are going to see the problem on construction of cam profile with roller follower and cyclodal motion. In previous videos we have also solved few problems in which we have seen the different types of followers and different motions of that follower. So in this chapter, in this video lecture we will see the construction of cam profile with the roller follower and cyclodal motion. So let's start with the problem. Draw the profile of the cam when the roller follower moves with the cyclodal motion during the outstroke and return stroke. So here in this problem, two things are given in this first sentence, that is the follower is used here as a roller type, and secondly the motion during the outstroke and return stroke is cyclodal motion. So these two things are very important for solving the problem, and these are given in the first sentence only. So during outstroke with the maximum displacement of 31.4 mm, that is this thing is given as a stroke, that means we are representing it by capital S is equal to 31.4 mm. During 180 degree of the cam rotation, that means outstroke is equal to 180 degree. Outstroke we are representing by theta O. Secondly, it is given that return stroke for the next 150 degree of the cam rotation. So return stroke theta R is equal to 150 degree is given. And next, third thing is given dwell for the remaining 30 degree of the cam rotation. That means here dwell period is given only once and it is equal to 30 degree for the cam rotation. Next, the minimum radius of the cam is 15 mm. That we are represented by capital R to the base, that is the base circle radius is equal to 15 mm, and the roller diameter of the follower is 10 mm. So roller diameter is given as a 10 mm. So here the roller radius will become a 5 mm. So here by mistake I have written here 10 mm only. So it is not a 10 mm, it is given as a 5 mm will be the radius of this follower. And next, the axis of the roller follower is offset by 10 mm towards the right from the axis of camshaft. So here the follower is having certain offset from the axis of cam and it is given as a 10 mm that we will write in the given data. So this is all regarding the problem. We have to draw the cam profile when the axis of roller follower is offset by 10 mm with the cyclodal motion during outstroke and return stroke. So first, as usual, we will draw the displacement diagram. In displacement diagram, we have to draw on x-axis the angular displacement and on the y-axis lift of the follower or stroke of the follower. For that purpose, we will take certain scale. On x-axis, we will take the scale 1 centimeter is equal to 30 degree. Therefore, the total distance of AX line is equal to 360 degree. It will become with the help of scale equal to 12 degree. So on that 12 degree AX line, 12 centimeter AX line, we have to represent outstroke, return stroke and dwell. So outstroke is given here as 180 degree. Therefore 180 degree divided by 30 is equal to 6 centimeter. This AS line will become a 6 centimeter, which is our outstroke. Then SP next we have to draw as a return stroke, because as usual previous problems we have drawn the displacement diagram where outstroke, then one dwell is there, and after that return stroke, and there one more dwell is there. But in this problem only one dwell period is given. Therefore after outstroke we will draw immediately the return stroke is equal to 150 degree. In terms of centimeter, it will be 150 divided by 30, it will be 5 centimeter. After that px distance is equal to 30 degree, that means it is the dwell period is equal to 1 centimeter. So on x-axis we have drawn ASPX these points. On y-axis we have to represent the lift of the follower and it is given as 31.4 mm. By taking scale 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm, therefore this line AY on y-axis will be 3.14 mm, and join these by one kind of rectangle and vertical lines passing through each point ASPX. So this is the first step in the displacement diagram where we have drawn a complete rectangle as shown in this figure. So next step is to divide the angular displacement during the outstroke and return stroke into equal number of parts. So here we will divide this outstroke and return stroke into 6 equal parts. So here To divide the outstroke, it is very simple because outstroke AS distance on that x-axis is 6 centimeter. AS distance can be divided easily into 6 parts by 1 centimeter, keeping distance 1 centimeter apart and marking the points as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the distance SP is 5 centimeter. Here with the help of scale, this distance is 5 centimeter. Now how to divide that 5 centimeter into 6 equal parts? It is difficult to have the accuracy or exactness. We will divide this SP distance into 6 equal parts by one procedure, in that draw a 15-degree or 20-degree angle to this SP line as shown in this figure. To that 15-degree line from SP, mark the 6 equal lines of 1 centimeter each. So here on that SP line, on that inclined line with respect to SP by 15-degree, so we have drawn this line inclined to SP by 15-degree. On that line, mark the 6 equal points with spacing between these equal to 1 centimeter each, and in next step join these end point, which is 6th point, to the P point by one line, and after joining that last point with P, then draw the parallel lines passing through this point on the SP line, which are parallel to this last line which we have drawn. So these lines, inclined lines, we have drawn parallel to this last line, so that SP line will get divided into 6 equal parts, which is exactly equal parts. So in next step, give name to these points as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 5 dash and 6 dash, and draw one vertical lines through each. So this will be our second step, in which we have divided the outstroke and return stroke into 6 equal parts. So if any outstroke or return stroke we cannot divide into equal 6 parts easily, then in that case you have to do this procedure whatever we have explained right now. Next, third step for the cycloidal motion here is to draw one circle by taking the center G, which is called as a generating circle. Now this is a procedure. Now similarly, whatever we have done the procedure for, if there is a SHM motion, we have drawn one semicircle here at the one end. If it is uniform acceleration and retardation, then we have divided this third line into 6 equal parts. Similarly, this is one of the process for drawing the displacement diagram in case of cycloidal motion, is to draw the generating circle at this G point. So the radius of that generating circle can be found by one formula, R is equal to stroke upon twice pi. So that stroke is 31.4 here, divided by twice pi, you will get a 5 centimeter. Therefore radius of that circle you will draw here as a 5 mm. So at G point I have drawn one circle with a radius of 5 mm. Next step, divide the generating circle into 6 equal parts. Now how to divide that generating circle into 6 equal parts? Now here you have to consider this G to 1 here horizontally, this point as a 1 point. From that 1 point, if you want to divide a complete circle into 6 equal parts, then 360 divided by 6, you will get a 60-degree each angle. Therefore from this 1 point, make one angle of 60-degree and mark that point as a second point. Again from that second point, mark 60-degree angle, this will become a third point. Again that from third point, mark 160-degree angle, this will become a fourth point. Similarly, 5 and 6 points at each 60-degree apart can be marked, and these points will become a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, which will divide the generating circle into 6 equal parts. This is our next step, fourth step. Next step, after dividing it into 6 equal parts, then you have to join the point 1 and 4, 2 and 3 and 6 and 5 by 3 horizontal lines. So here we have joined these points 2 and 3, 1 and 4 and 6 and 5 horizontally. Always remember this 2 and 3, 1 and 4, 5 and 6 points will be exactly opposite to each other and if we join these points 5, 6, 1, 4 and 2, 3, we will get 3 horizontal parallel lines. This is our next step, fifth step. From these points, draw the horizontal lines to meet the vertical diameter at A dash and B dash point. So these 3 lines will cut the vertical line into 3 points. First point is A dash point, second point is G point, and third point is B dash point. So these points we have represented on that vertical line. So this is our fifth step. Next step is to join here now this A point to G point and this G point to P point by one small faint line. Similarly, parallel to this AG line, join or draw one parallel line passing through that A dash point towards this A point. Similarly, passing through B dash point and parallel to AG, draw one parallel line. Similarly, on this return stroke side also, draw one parallel line to GP, which is passing through A dash point, and again passing through B dash point, draw one parallel line. Similarly, here we have drawn the AG and GN lines from the point A dash and B dash. These drawn parallel lines are parallel to the AG and GN. This is our sixth step. In next step, we have to mark the points wherever these parallel lines are cut to the vertical lines. So here from A dash point now, we have drawn the lines parallel to AG and GN to intersect the vertical lines drawn through the 1, 2, 4 dash and 5 dash at point B, C, L, M respectively. So here we have given the names wherever this parallel line cuts to this vertical first line. This point we have given name as a B point. Wherever this vertical second line cuts to this horizontal line, this point we have given name as C point. Wherever this vertical line cuts this AG line, there we have given D point. Similarly, wherever this line parallel to AG passing through B dash point, there we have given the names point E and point F. So these are the points on the outstroke side. Similarly, in the return stroke side also, represent the point H, J, K, L and M. These are the point towards the return stroke side. So after marking these point, next step is to join these point with the help of a smooth curve, and that smooth curve is now our displacement diagram for the outstroke and return stroke and towards the dwell. Therefore this AGPX, this total smooth curve, will become our displacement diagram. So after drawing displacement diagram, next step is to draw the cam profile. So here in the question it is asked to draw the cam profile when the axis of the follower is offset by 10 mm from the axis of camshaft. Therefore first step is to draw the base circle. Now here base circle, that is minimum radius of the cam, is given here as a 15 mm. Therefore first step is to draw the cam having the minimum radius equal to 15 mm. Second step is to draw the offset circle inside that. Offset circle with the radius 10 mm, because offset distance is given 10 mm. Therefore we will draw here an offset circle with the radius equal to 10, and from that we will pass one tangent to this base circle. So this is our second step. In first step we have drawn base circle, in second step we have drawn an offset circle with the given data in the problem. Third step is now here to draw the axis of follower at a distance of 10 mm from the axis of cam, which intersect the point at A. So here whatever this offset line is there, which is not passing through the axis of cam, it is offset by distance 10. So it is cutting to this one of the circle above it is cutting, sorry, it is cutting to the prime circle at point A, whereas this prime circle radius OA can be found as OA is equal to minimum radius of cam plus 1/2 of the diameter of roller. So here roller diameter is given as a 10 mm, therefore 1/2 of that roller diameter 10 will be 5, and minimum radius of cam is 15. 15 plus 5, it will become 20. Therefore we will draw here the prime circle radius equal to 20. So to that prime circle, whenever this axis of cam cuts wherever, this point we have given name as a point. This is our third step, to draw the prime circle and to give the name to that point as a. Fourth step, now from that OA we have to mark all the angles given in the problem. So from that OA line we have given first angle, it is a angle of outstroke is 180 degree. Therefore we will draw from that OA line 180 degree angle. So give the name to that point as a S. Therefore AOS will be 180 degree angle. Secondly, we have to plot an outstroke angle, it is equal to 150. So SOP, this angle will become a 150 degree, and remaining angle POA will be a 30 degree. So this is our first step, to draw all the angles given in the problem. So why we have drawn all the angles towards the left side of OA line, to this OA line towards left side we have plot first angle 180. Why it is so? Because the cam is rotating, we have considered that the cam is rotating in clockwise direction, therefore all the angles we have to represent in anti-clockwise direction. If in problem it is given that the cam is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, therefore we will plot this 180 degree towards the right side or towards a clockwise direction. That 180 degree angle we will plot first. So this is the fourth step in which we have plotted the all angles. Next step, to divide the angular displacement during the outstroke and return stroke into the 6 equal parts. As in displacement diagram we have divided these angles into 6 equal parts. Here also in cam profile diagram you have to divide these outstroke and return stroke angle into 6 equal parts. Therefore 180 degree you can divide into 6 equal parts. By 180 divided by 6, it will become a 30 degree. Therefore from this OA line at 30 degree, this is the first division, second division at 60 degree, third at 90 degree, like that fourth, fifth, sixth we have divided the outstroke. Similarly 150 we have to divide into 6 equal parts. Divide these and give the name as a 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 5 dash and 6 dash. Like that we have divided the outstroke and return stroke into 6 equal parts in this step. In next step, as there is offset to the follower, therefore we have to join these points 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash by one tangent to the offset circle. So to this offset circle draw the tangents, to this offset circle draw the tangents passing through these points. So if I draw tangent to the offset circle and passing through one, extend this line, again tangent to offset circle and passing through second point, tangent to offset circle and passing through fourth point, like that tangent to offset circle and passing through 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, like that to all points will draw the tangent through the offset circle in the sixth step. In next step we have to set up or we have to mark the points capital B, C, D, E, F as we have marked these points in the displacement diagram. So take the distances in the compass from displacement diagram and mark these distances into cam profile diagram. So which distances you have to take? Suppose from this B point to one point, whatever distance it is there vertically, this will be displacement of the follower whenever cam has moved from this 0 to 1 point. Similarly, whenever cam is moved from 0 to 2 point, the displacement of follower is from C to 2. Take this distance in compass and mark here from 2 to C. So that distance you have to mark from this 2 point to C point. Similarly from 3 point to D, take distance from displacement diagram and mark here in this cam profile diagram. Similarly from 4 to E, 5 to F, like that all distances from the displacement diagram during the outstroke and return stroke you have to take and mark here in the cam profile diagram, and then you will get these points capital B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M and P. So these points you will get on the extended lines in this step. In next step, don't join these points immediately because here is the roller follower. So you have to draw the rollers completely or semicircles. So according to diameter of the roller diameter here given as a 10 mm. Therefore from B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, draw the semicircles of the roller follower equal to diameter 10 mm. And if through these center points of roller, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, J, K, L, M, P, if I draw a dotted line, then that curve will be called as a pitch curve. See, I have not drawn here a pitch curve for simplicity, but if I draw this curve, that will be called as a pitch curve. Now next step is to draw the cam profile. Now cam profile is exactly similar as that of a pitch curve, but it is not passing through the centers of cam, it is passing through the bottoms of all the followers. So draw one line or smooth curve passing through the bottoms of all the follower or all the rollers, so that you will get one curve, and that curve here we'll call it as a cam profile. So here we have got a cam profile whenever the follower is having offset by 10 mm and follower is of roller type. So this is our problem in which we have drawn a cam profile with the roller follower and motion is cycloidal motion. So next, one more problem is here which is to the homework for you. So read this problem carefully and draw this cam profile and write in the comment box what is the answer, what kind of profile you have got. You can paste there an image of your profile whatever you have drawn. So I will read shortly in the problem. Draw the profile of the cam when the roller follower moves with the cycloidal motion as given below. So here in the first sentence I have got that there is a roller follower and it is having a cycloidal motion. Outstroke with the maximum displacement of 44 mm, that means stroke S is equal to 44 mm is given during the 180 degree of the cam rotation. Outstroke theta O is given as 180 degree here. Return stroke for the next 150 degree of the cam rotation. Return stroke is given theta R is equal to 150 degree. Dwell for the next remaining 30 degree of the cam rotation, that means dwell period is lastly dwell period is given as 30 degree. The minimum radius of the cam is 20 mm, therefore it is given as R radius of base circle 20 mm, and the diameter of the roller is 10 mm, so here radius will become a 5 mm. The axis of roller follower passes through the camshaft. So problem is similar to the previous one, but just difference is the follower is passes through the camshaft axis. It is not having any offset, so it will become again simpler than previous. To solve this problem, if you are having any query, write in the comment box. So thanks for watching this video. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.